Ooh, I like that though.
It's hey guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started.
Commanding voice.
Yeah. So I would start by thanking Pastor Sam and Kelly Jo for letting us use. Yeah, this is really exciting for us. Kind of our first little team mixer in this location, and it's an exciting new place for us to be going to. Oh, I didn't tell you my name. I'm Christy. I'm a silver advisor at AdvoCare. I've been with them since February. Yeah, so thanks for coming and joining us. So, AdvoCare is an awesome company, okay? They're celebrating their 20th anniversary this year, which is cool to know that what you're putting in your body has been around for a while. So, when I started with AdvoCare, I just kind of jumped into it. I'm not much of a researcher. First of all, I'm kind of like a jump first and then maybe think through the consequences of my actions later kind of person. But I also knew Mary Ann, my advisor by reputation, and I knew that if she was putting the products into her body as a nursing mom, that they were safe and effective. So I just kind of trusted that reputation. And then as I've gotten to know AdvoCare, I've learned more about them. And the more you learn about them, the more you study, the more you kind of dive, excuse me while I learn how to speak, the more you dive into the company, the more you fall in love with them. So yeah, they've been around for 20 years. And they pride themselves really on the quality of their supplements, what they're offering, the consistency, the effectiveness, and it's really, really cool. So they've got a bunch of really smart people behind their products, right? So I don't even know how to read all of these guys' titles. Okay, that's pushing a little bit, but really, these guys are awesome. They work for AdvoCare. No, they work with AdvoCare, but not for AdvoCare. So these guys hold titles all over the country. They head up huge nutrition departments at universities. There's one guy who pioneered intravenous feeding. So really big names. And these guys are willing to put their reputations on the line for AdvoCare. So you know that if they're willing to stake their careers and everything that they've worked for their entire lives for this company, that it's high quality stuff, that it's not, anything that's going to make you sick or not work. So that's really cool. And then the other neat thing about AdvoCare is that they go even above and beyond that. They have a whole bunch of their products tested by a third-party organization called Informed Choice. This is really cool. They do this because there's such a strong presence of AdvoCare in the athletic community. So we've got AdvoCare in almost every NFL locker room in the country. Collegiate athletes use AdvoCare, Olympic athletes use AdvoCare, and these guys need to know that if they get pulled for random drug testing, that they're going to be clean. So they need to know that what's in the product, what's on the label is actually in the product, and there's no surprises. So AdvoCare goes ahead and does that. So any product that you see with this Informed Choice label on it, you know that that's been tested to make sure that it's safe and that these guys love it. And they do that because the guys do love it, okay? So we've got a whole bunch of unpaid athletic endorsers with AdvoCare, I think over 300, from all different walks of life, headed up by, wait for it,
We need like a drum roll.
Drew Brees. Okay, I have to be honest and say, I'm not a football person, so I actually don't really know who Drew Brees is, but, everybody else seems to really like him, so woo, Drew Brees. So yeah, I think that's really just kind of a background about the company. Trying to think if I left anything out, I probably did.
Show Austin Dillon.
Oh yeah, I'll show Austin Dillon. So this is kind of more my neck of the woods. I grew up in Montana, so NASCAR, right? Yeah. Okay, so Austin Dillon. AdvoCare sponsors a NASCAR team, and Austin Dillon, this is really kind of cool. When they rolled out their new Spark flavor, which was watermelon, they tried to secretly reveal it on his car. It got leaked ahead of time. But they did, paint a watermelon on the car and roll it out. And it was supposed to be a big surprise, and it didn't really work so well. So, yeah, they're just all over it. They're becoming more and more of a household name. They're, just brand new this year, sponsoring 2 major football games that, like I said, I'm not a football person, so I don't remember the name of those games right now. But it's really exciting. So, yeah. So Sherri's going to come do some trivia for us, I think.
Woo! Come on
Hello,
down.
I'm Sherri Casarez. I am an advisor, advisor in May. And I've been doing this since April 28th. Yay. So I'm here to test your memories. Small memories, it's your skills. So I just want to give away a few of our items. And I want to know, I'm going to ask you these questions. And the first one to get it right wins the prize. Does anybody know why you chew on ice for weight loss in the summer?
Over here.
Yeah, it's our ringer.
It's our ringer.
Yay! So I'm going to give you all some spark, which is our sunshine in a cup sort of thing.
Oh, I know. I cheated. I know. I did.
Sorry, I'm not good at trivia, but I'm going to work at it. Okay, so we all know 4th of July is kind of things that go bang and boom, and I saw this piece of trivia and I thought, that's stupid, but I loved it. So, when you think of nuts, what kind of nut is used in the manufacturing of dynamite? Dynamite.
Oh,
Yes? They use nut
Crunchy.
purple.
Crunchy
There's
ones.
a specific nut. I can't
Brazil
say
nuts.
Cashews.
Walnut?
Peanut.
Pistachio.
the- Becky got
Oh.
it. Peanut.
I didn't either.
Becky.
Oh, Becky, you
Oasis.
need that.
Oasis is a calming product. For anybody that- Calming.
Is she running away from that?
You need like a case.
Now I'm gonna end up having to buy that for myself.
Back the palate up right here.
That's it.
Okay. I have a question for you. I didn't find it.
Super
Okay.
good blueberry.
So, is it better to drink your water cold, lukewarm, or hot?
Lukewarm.
Actually,
When
depends.
you're dieting.
Cold.
Cold.
Okay.
That's
So
good.
who got that one?
Everybody.
I'll do another one. But yes, it is better to drink cold because your body uses its metabolism to heat up the water when it goes into your body. So it actually burns calories, and it says that it estimates that you should burn about 17 calories heating 16 ounces of cold water in your body. So that makes up about 7 pounds a year.
Forget
If you drink
about it.
ice cold water.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
I don't know.
I'll order myself a.
Can I get the nice cold water and an IV?
There it is, yeah. Just a continuous drip.
Maybe some stick
I don't know if they have an IV for this month. I really do.
Okay, this is regarding a fruit. So a banana, let's see. So when does a banana have more sugar content? When it's green or when it's ripe?
Right.
Right.
Did Elena say that? It is when it's brown and ripe. Actually, it says there's 20% more sugar when it's ripe compared to 3% when it's green.
Oh, goodness.
Actually, there's.
So that will like the banana
Smell to
chips.
them when they're ripe. That's what attracts them to slice.
For the record, I like my green.
So do I.
Me too.
So this is B16. This is similar to Spark, but it is caffeine free. So should your daughter want to try it, or if you would like to have it. And then I'd like to introduce, Megan's going to give us our first product story for the night. Megan is my 15-year-old daughter, and I want her to come on up. She's going to I know, you guys, but I cannot speak in crowds at all.
Look at you, you're speaking in crowds and you're doing beautifully.
Good job.
So Megan,
We
I need
love
your
you.
voice
We
up.
love you.
We love
Hey.
There you go.
Your mom voice.
I wrote it, so I'm just gonna read it instead.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Megan Swansky. You would think I'm one of your average teenagers with a desire to go and do whatever I want and have the world all to myself. That's not me. I was one of those common girls that was extremely overweight, depressed, suicidal, and felt like I never got enough love. I thought I was never going to get better, that my mental sicknesses would take over me and destroy my life. I was eating so much food every day, hoping it would make me feel better. I would barely sleep and never play with my younger siblings. I cried all the time and wished I was one of those skinny girls with all the guys chasing after me. Yeah, let's just say I don't want that anymore because seeing my friends go through that. I kept thinking I'm going to do this, but food let me down. I had no energy to do anything except sit on my butt and go to school. I'd look at those skinny girls and say I'm never going to be like that. I got that idea stuck in my head. I'd listen to my best friends every day about how they're having board problems, and I felt like crying in front of them, but I didn't. I wrote depressing songs and talked of how much I don't matter, and my Savior was the only one I needed, and it didn't matter how much I weighed. Music was the only thing that made me feel better at this time. I wrote a song called Without Him, but when I read it all over again, I quote, lifelong struggles, what does it take to get some peace? That's when I thought I need to change. I can be in this pool of sadness and discomfort, but where will it get me? This is about the time when I met Christy Young, who is one of my mom's friends at church, and she told me about this thing called AdvoCare. My mom and I had a mixer the day before we started our challenge, and got my best friend and her family on board also. I started the challenge and felt absolutely amazing, and since I was a very depressed person, I felt a rainbow going through me that wiped all the bad away. But then I realized this could change my life. This could give me my dreams back. I'm doing AdvoCare not so I can get money, not so I can be loved more. I'm doing this so I can change the world. And through changing the world, I would change also. I'm doing AdvoCare so that I can help people achieve their dreams, and so that I can become a missionary and go save people. As of today, I've been doing AdvoCare for slightly over 2 months, and I've lost exactly 25 pounds. I have a better attitude and I have a vision. My vision is that when I turn 18, I'll become a part-time distributor of AdvoCare and become a missionary. I know my skills will be achieved because I have great leaders, and hopefully one day I can become one. And I also have a quote that I made and would like to share. The mind can defeat the heart, but without the heart, where would you be? If you put your mind in charge, I don't think any of us would have joined AdvoCare. We wouldn't have had the heart of a leader, and we wouldn't have changed so many lives. Everyone has a leader in them, you just have to know it's there. Thank you for listening.
So what am I telling? Hi everybody, I'm Brendan Wilson.
Hey, Brandon.
I guess I'm sharing my product story. I
Did I
had to,
make you guys cry?
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Thank you very much.
7 months ago, Tiffany and I were introduced to AdvoCare through a friend of ours, and I wanted the challenge just because I wanted to get, I didn't have any weight to lose. I've weighed 150 pounds since I was like 16, and I just wanted to get healthy though. I really didn't have a great diet. I drank excessive amounts of alcohol, just didn't take care of myself overall. And so, I was doing stuff like going to the gym and trying to get in better shape and trying to eat right, but didn't really know how to do that. So got introduced to AdvoCare and got on the challenge, and through that, I really didn't intend long-term to make any really long-term changes. I was going to do the challenge and get my health back on track in my mind, and then just kind of continue on as I had been. But it totally radically altered my life, definitely physically. And I've actually, though my weight has essentially stayed the same, I weigh about 152 pounds. I started about 148 maybe. But I've actually had a transformation of 25 pounds within my body. I did a body composition test at the start of my challenge in December, and from there to February, I had lost 10 pounds of fat and gained 10 pounds of muscle.
Wow.
And since then, I've put on another 5 pounds of muscle. So that's it.
Man, just hearing you talk, I've got the thing kind of in between here and here, and I can't think of anything to say. My name is Tiffany Wilson. I started AdvoCare back in the middle of November. We were looking to find change in our life. I luckily have a very supportive husband, and I didn't see where I'd gotten myself. When I stepped on the scale mid-November, I was 250 pounds. You see the pictures of me, my before pictures. I essentially look like I'm about 9 months pregnant. 250 pounds is how much I weighed at the end of my last pregnancy. My daughter's now about 3.5. Little small things at that point, you know, I even remember like getting over to like tie my shoes or like clip my toenails, being bent over that much and having it hurt to even like take a breath. In my first 7 days in AdvoCare, I had some amazing energy. Thought that I could never quit drinking. We were drinking excessive amounts of not only coffee, but also beer and wine. Loved dark chocolate as well. And all of those things I thought I couldn't kick. Day 7, I felt so great. I contacted the person that first told me about AdvoCare and said, okay, I think I'm going to be doing this for a while. And I got a membership. From there, I started sharing these small little video snippets that some of you guys have seen. And that's where Marianne found me. And the group that we have now with almost 1,000 people is all because of that one day that I stepped on the scale and decided to make a change. That's amazing how much change we've seen from the beginning. I myself, I went from a size 20 to now I'm about a size 12, 14. I've lost 42 pounds, about 17% of my total body weight so far. And I just keep on. And I think one of the biggest things that's been kind of prevalent for myself recently is just like letting you guys all know. Like recently, I made a video about how leaders can fall back into bad habits quickly. And when I felt myself doing that, and I was going, why am I sitting at the same weight and I'm seeing no change? I wasn't doing the things that AdvoCare teaches us, and I straight up said that. Well, the plan's not working for me because I'm not following the plan. And I found myself like every single day telling people, this is what you need to do to see the change, but I wasn't doing it myself. So I just encourage you that when we hear all these awesome stories of people doing these amazing things with their bodies and the changes that we have, to just give yourself a little bit of space. Know that we're all human and that we're all here to support each other. And I'm so happy to see all you guys here. Thank you.
I have no idea how I'm going to follow this up. I too have the discomfort in my stomach. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Marianne Ames, and yeah, you got me. Oh, I try to pull myself together, and I'm so inspired by you guys today. You've been doing this for 7 months, I've been doing this for 6.5 months, and every single day we are inspired by the things that the people around us do. And that's why we stick with AdvoCare. We stick with it because we feel great, but we stick with it because we feel great because of what other people are doing that are setting us on fire. So you talking today was beautiful, and you're going to do huge things because of that heart that you have. And because of your desire to fill other people up, you're going to explode. And that is really what AdvoCare is about. It's about paying forward. It's about building other people up. And by building other people up, we rise. And that was a lesson that I learned early on with AdvoCare. So I want to tell you guys about the products, but I want to share a little bit about my own personal story with AdvoCare. I'm going to get real. So AdvoCare found me November of 2012. And I was living a lie. Everybody looked at me and thought I was really put together. And on the outside I was. 5 kids, I had a thriving lactation consultant business, married to my husband, my college sweetheart, getting things done, a leader in my community, but inside I was filled with so much self-loathing and self-hatred for myself that I was building a wall around myself and shutting myself off from other people. I was living on false disconnect. And relationships are the cornerstone of who I am. And I was putting an arm up. an invisible arm, but an arm of everybody in my life. My children, I was watching them do cartwheels in the yard, sitting back and watching them. Watching them swim in the swimming pool with somebody else. Watching them having a good time with other people because I felt too poor about myself and so low with energy. My husband, truth be told, I could not fathom how he could look at me and find any part of me beautiful. So I was finding an excuse to go to bed with our baby at 6 o'clock at night. I was exhausted, I was worn out, and I was disconnected. But I looked like very put together on the outside. I was also fueling my energy with caffeine and lots of it. By 8 a.m., they all knew me so well because I spent $300 a month at my coffee stand. I would have 8 shots of coffee by 8 a.m. 8 shots of espresso with some cream and sugar. Because you know you gotta have a little bit of that with it. And it would get me going for a bit, and then I'd crash and I'd find some more of this sort of form of sugar or caffeine that I could have to fuel me through the rest of the afternoon. So I was killing my body. And that's when I saw the vlog from my friend Tiffany Wilson. And what she was saying, I had tried many other types of diets and I had gotten tired of dieting. I didn't want to diet anymore. And what I heard from Tiffany sounded very different. And what she was saying resonated in me. I could feel what she was feeling. And what you said today about being the child, watching your slender friends, I was that girl. There's a picture of me, and I shared with some of you guys. There's a picture of me, I'm somewhere between the ages of 7 and 9 years old. Summer birthday party, we get to swim with all of our friends. That was like my biggest horror. I loved to swim, but I was a chubby child. And I was the one in the picture with my 4 friends in the 2-piece swimsuits, and I had the 1 piece with my big belly. And so there's a picture of us, and I'm standing behind them, hiding my body. And not only am I hiding my body, but all of my friends are smiling big, and there's shame in that little girl's eyes. And it's the shame that I had every single day that I looked in the mirror, until I chose to do something different, until AdvoCare found me. And AdvoCare worked. I started losing weight, which was fantastic, but more importantly for me, a surprise that I had is the chronic pain that I was in. I was in a car accident 11 years ago and had injured my low back, and the chronic pain that I was in, on night 6, I slept in a recliner for 11 years. And I woke up the morning of the 7th morning, night 6, I was asleep in my bed. And I've slept in my bed every night since because I've been putting good nutrition in my body and the right sorts of supplements. So it's changed my life. At the end of my challenge, I lost 16.8 pounds and 14 inches, which was fantastic. I was able to inspire my family. And because I just have to do this, I bring these out every single time, and I'm going to hold on to them like grid death. But these are the pants that I wore last summer. And these pants were tight on me. And they're not tight anymore. These are my size 18 pants, and I'm a size 5'6" today. I've lost 52 pounds, and I'll show you, because I hadn't looked. 54.5 inches. 54.5 inches. And AdvoCare works. I've seen it working for people that were strangers or are now loved ones. I've seen it working for my family. And it's changed my life. And it's made me the mother that I want to be. And it's made me the wife that my husband deserves me to be. And I'm working to change the tapes that play over and over again in my head, because it's not just about losing weight, it's about changing your mindset also. So I'm working so I can be the woman that I deserve to be. The woman that God created me to be, and not be held back by what's out here. So I want to tell you guys now about our 24-day challenge. And you guys might have seen our book. This is our book filled with living testament of how people's bodies have changed. And there's testaments of women, 20 years old, 30 years old, 40, 60, 75 years old, men of all ages, children, life transformations in here. And so if you haven't seen this, I would encourage you guys to take a peek. But our 24-day challenge, you're not just eating what you see here. People think, oh gosh, okay, what is this about? You are eating a good, healthy food plan. And When you first get your challenge, you get this piece of paper, and we would encourage you, we would implore you, please, to take your measurements. Because with AdvoCare, we measure success in 4 ways. How you feel, so you got good energy, you're in no pain. How you look, so your pictures. Please take your pictures. You don't have to share them, but take your pictures for you guys to see. Your front, your side, your back. Don't suck it in, because I did. I think you can see the look on my face. I'm trying not to move as I'm sucking in. Don't suck it in so you can see your success. And take your measurements. So weight loss, inches lost, how you look and how you feel. And write it down on here. And AdvoCare, we set you up so you cannot fail. It is so darn detailed. I feel like somebody would show up at your house and be like, have you checked it off yet? Nobody will, but I mean, it feels like that sometimes. It tells you when to take, what to take, how much to take, how much food to eat, when to take your catalyst, when to take your omegas. And it's fantastic because we believe that you eat to lose. And by eating to lose, we have food portion charts based upon your weight. Because I wanted to be a 145-pound woman. Well, I was 200 pounds. I can't eat for a 145-pound woman. I had to eat at the weight that I was at. So my body could relax, lower the cortisols, and lose that weight. So it's important that you eat to lose. It is the truth. And oftentimes with AdvoCare, your jaw starts to hurt with how much food that you have to eat. We hear complaints, oh, I can't eat enough, and our response is, eat. Because that's how you lose. You turn your metabolism on, you flip the switch, you're eating every 2 to 3 hours, you balance your cortisol levels. It's fantastic. So we eat to lose. We have this amazing cookbook, over 80 pages of cookbook. We have a shopping checklist. We just don't necessarily, well, some people show up to take you shopping. But I mean, we really set you up for success. So, along with our food plans, and we're eating lean proteins, healthy fats, complex carbohydrates, and low glycemic, so low sugar fruits and vegetables. And we're eating. So, the first part of the 24-day challenge is the cleanse. You're not drinking crazy concoctions, you're eating the whole entire time. You also don't have to take time off from work. It's gentle, yet effective. Some people are like, I better start this on the weekend. And I'm like, no, start it, because you're okay. So, most people notice in the first couple days that the belly starts to flatten a little bit. Most people's normal weight loss in the first 10 days is anywhere between 5 to 12 pounds. That's some good work. So the first thing that we take is our herbal, well actually the first thing is our Spark. And I think all of you guys have sampled this Spark. It's fantastic. We call this liquid sunshine in a cup. There's 21 vitamins, minerals, and amino acids in here. It is sugar-free. It's mental clarity. So it's not like I would get a little jittery like with caffeine and feel like I was going to hop on a broom and fly around. This is good, sustained energy. This is fantastic, and it comes in many different flavors. There's also a coffee flavor, which I love to mix up. But so this is your Spark. And then your herbal cleanse. And so inside this box comes your fiber drink. And the fiber drink is 10 grams of fiber. There is both insoluble and soluble fiber. There are 2 different flavors based upon solubility. So there's citrus and there's peaches and cream. And we would kind of figure out which one works best for you. But it also serves as appetite control. Big bulky fiber coming in, scrubbing things out, clearing your system out. Because we have over 4 pounds of yeast living in our gut. It's going to scrub it out. It's going to be gone. But uneventful. Uneventful gone. So that's your fiber. And then these are kind of our big daddies. This is our herbal cleanse and big herbal cleanse pills. And we take these at nighttime. And I kind of liken this to, you know, those of us, well, I guess we all do. We don't live yesterday. Maybe some of us do. But those of us that have dryers, we put our clothes in and we haven't cleaned that lint filter and your clothes come out kind of not so fresh and they're not really dry. Well, that's kind of the same with our body. Every once in a while we have to clean our lint filter. So that's kind of what I think about with this. We clean the lint filter, scrub things out, and now our body can run smoothly, can process things well. Cleans our liver and our kidney and our colon and our digestive tract. Everything, again, is cleared out of our body. So we've taken all the bad guys out. Those 4 pounds of yeast, they're gone. So now we recolonize the gut with the good stuff. This is our probiotic restore. And this is, Dr. Oz rated this as one of the top probiotics that you can have. I love probiotics, I could talk for hours about it, but I'm not. There's over 4 billion bacilli in it. It's good stuff. So this is a good bacteria. So we've scrubbed our system out, taken the bad guys out. We're going to put the good guys back in. We have over 80% of our immunity is in our gut. So we want to be able to have good stuff in there. So we have good immunity. And all that comes in your herbal cleanse. And then we also take our Omegaplexes, and this is what's changed my life. This is what I'm no longer in chronic pain. Omegaplex, or healthy good fish oil, helps with inflammation. It also helps your cardiovascular, healthy nails, you notice the skin, the hair, this is good stuff. But again, Dr. Oz did another study of about 40 different well-known brands of omegas, and he checked for two things. One, to be sure that what was actually on the label is what's actually in the fish oil, and two, that it is fresh fish oil. So for 11 years, I had been pretty much flushing my money down the toilet because the brand that I had been taking was rancid fish oil. It wasn't doing anything. So after 6 days of taking good, high-quality Omegaplex, oh, and Dr. Oz, he found that our Omegaplexes were only one of two omegas that contained what it was supposed to and was fresh. This is good stuff. So 6 days, my life has changed with inflammation. I take it every day. I do not miss a thing. So this is good stuff. Healthy fat to bind to push out the bad fat. And that's the first 10 days. So the 10 days cleanse is done. You're feeling good. Body's been cleared out. You're in a routine. You know what you're doing. Now it's time to mix it up, because we've got to kind of catch our bodies off guard again. So we go into the max phase, phase 2. Still eating good foods, still checking our lists off, still eating for our portions. So now we go to the max phase. So again, go back to our Spark Liquid Sunshine in a cup, or if you are caffeine-free, the V16, or the Rehydrate. And I brought this to show my kids. They have challenged. They don't do the caffeine, so they either do V16 or they do Rehydrate. So this is our sports energy drink. It has so that's our Rehydrate. We're still taking our omegas, which is fantastic. And then we have what's called the MNS, and this is the metabolic nutrition system. And there are 3 different versions of this, but this is basically like taking massively good nutrition and just putting it into your body. This fills in the nutritional gaps in our diet. And AdvoCare makes it really easy. There's 3 different forms. MNS3, which is geared more towards wellness. So there's a few more omegas, more probiotic, there's an antioxidant and calcium in it. MNSE, and that is geared more towards those looking for additional energy. And MNSC, and that's geared towards like appetite control and cravings. And so you work with your advisor to figure out which one's best for you. But AdvoCare makes it really easy, because I have, with all good intentions, bought supplements, used them a few times, and then put them into the cupboard, and then not seen them for like 6 or 8 months, and they've gone bad. So we make it easy. You take these, otherwise they quadruple, right? They multiply and they pick up your cup. No, I'm teasing. It's not like Gremlins, but they make this easy, and they have it in 4 vacuum sealed packs. Take one off, take it, and then take the rest in your purse or your lunchbox or your pocket, and take it on the go. So you take 30 minutes before breakfast, take with breakfast, 30 minutes before lunch with lunch. Easy, done. You feel good. Good sustained energy. And then we have a few optional items, and this is the meal replacement shake, and this was so not optional for me. I was the person that would bring my breakfast with caffeine and sugar and dairy and fly. And so I needed this because I wouldn't eat breakfast. And we need to eat breakfast because that's what's going to turn our metabolism on. So this makes it easy. Those of us who are trying to get out the door, throw a meal shake, which is formulated specifically for breakfast. It's 220 calories. It's got easily digestible, balanced protein to carbs. But throw it in a shaker bottle, shake it up, and head out the door. Or throw it in a blender, get fancy with it. Maybe throw some healthy nut butter in it or some fruit. Take it and go. These are delicious. I love them. We have vanilla, chocolate mocha, and berry. I love these. But these are optional if you guys are big fans of being able to feed yourself good stuff for breakfast. Do it, but these were not optional for me. I love them. Our meal shakes. And then also, this is the most mandatory optional item I think that we have. This is Catalyst, and it's not part of our normal 24-day challenge, but I feel like this gives you the extra results. Catalyst is fantastic. The U.S. Olympic team contacted AdvoCare and said, hey, we're trying to qualify our wrestlers for a specific weight, and they're losing muscle. So they said, make us something, and that's what they made, was Catalyst. So Catalyst supports your muscle. You're not going to bulk up from taking it, I promise, or maybe we wish we would. We're not going to build muscle from taking it. We're not going to strip out fat from taking it. It purely supports muscles. It's amino acids. And What it does is when we lose weight, our bodies will naturally pull from the muscle first, well not the catalyst, because we're feeding our muscle. It's going to pull from the healthy fat source around the muscle. So you get kind of that lean layer, it smooths it out. Catalyst is fantastic. If you're losing weight, maintaining weight, working out, catalyst is our most mandatory option. Okay. And then the last one is our muscle gain. And again, another one that you're not going to turn green and like bust through your shirt, except maybe Brendan Wilson does. Someday I hope to turn green and bust out. But this is muscle gain, and this is just pure, easily digestible protein. There's 25 grams of protein in a serving. These are delicious. We have several dessert recipes, the protein cookies, the protein fudge, the almond joy. We have the fantastic protein muffins. Some of us just like to blend it up and have it as an afternoon snack or evening snack. Really good stuff to bake with or to just simply eat because it's good. It's not chalky like other flavors that I have tried. I won't name brands. So, do we want to do a quick few trivias? Yes? Okay, Sherri's coming up to do just a few trivias, and then we will go to our business. I feel like I need some intermission music.
I'm trying to decide which one to do.
Ooh, you all right?
Oops.
Yeah.
Yes, we're good?
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't know this because I never paid attention. So does anybody know how many calories it takes to burn a pound?
3,500.
Yay, Christy! That was 3,500. Dang.
What do I win, Sherri?
I don't know what you want to win, Christy.
You might need an oasis.
Oasis. Yeah, for
Well,
real.
you could give her one of those. Oh, there is one. This one's the best. This one's the best.
Oasis girl. You
Bossy.
need to calm down.
I do, I totally do.
One more.
Okay. So this is a true or false question. Crash dieting is all right if you need to lose weight quickly for a special
False.
event.
I didn't say anything.
Okay,
Was I supposed to?
Who said it first? Sorry. I didn't catch it.
Fondant.
On?
So here, here's the thing. So this is already your 2 ounces of nuts. Take it and go. We love these. These are fantastic.
Thanks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
2 ounces.
So the answer is false. Crash dieting can cause you to lose muscle along with the weight. There are no quick fixes to weight loss. As we know with AdvoCare, it's a time process, not an instant fix.
Thank you. Perfect. Perfect. So I'll just quickly tell my business story and then invite Christy up to tell her story as well. So along with losing weight, and I was a lot like Tiffany. I wanted to lose weight. My life was full of family and my business, and I didn't see a need for a business. I thought it would just, I'd be too busy. Again, I will say the truth that I even offered to give Brendan and Tiffany my first paychecks. But I knew that I had more than 10 pounds to lose with AdvoCare, and I didn't want to pay full price, so I was like, that's it, I just need to become a member. And once I shared my results, I couldn't stop answering the phone, I couldn't stop answering messages, I couldn't stop returning messages, and I quickly became an advisor within a few days after I became a member. So I was an advisor, but still I was at the point where I was like, oh my gosh, all these people are asking me questions. I don't have enough time for this. Brendan and Tiffany, please help them. I don't want to do any of this. I'm overwhelmed. I just want to be able to lose my own weight. And then all of my friends were wanting to join, which was fantastic. And then I started getting kind of excited by helping support people because I'm just going to speak truthfully. I feel like my whole entire life I've been searching to do what I was created for. And I've always felt like I was created to serve other people. But it hasn't always been a place where it's been treated with respect from other people. And so I feel like I've just been searching and searching. This was my potential, this is what I was made to do. And then I started seeing those things align. Oh my gosh, I can help people lose weight. Oh my gosh, okay, I can help people find their health. And so my team grew and grew. And my first paycheck was $10. And I was like, forget about it, I don't want the paycheck. This is where I'm supposed to be, this is beautiful. And I unintentionally kept getting many checks. And then I started realizing, I think my checks were maybe $700 to $900 a paycheck. And I was still really unintentional. I was like, you know what, this money is nice to have, but you know what, I just want to change some lives. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I'm changing lives. And not only can I help people lose weight and break free of the bondage of being heavy, I can actually teach people what I've done with making money, and they can support themselves. They can actually be able to find financial freedom. And so that really spurred me on. And then I started seeing all these people needing something different. I love helping people feel healthy, but I started seeing the potential to be able to change people's lives with money. And it's uncomfortable to talk about, I'm just going to say the word. I was able to see what pouring into somebody could do and allow them an income to be able to take care of themselves and change their lives. And that then became my passion, was how much can I pour into this person and this person and this person to see them see the paycheck that they needed. And I'm honored. Now the number just leaves my mind because it does that. But I think I have 7 people on my team that's making at least $1,000 a month with AdvoCare part-time. That's huge. That's huge. There are 7 people that are changing their lives. And there's people that make $50 and $200. That changes their life. And there's so much potential to change lives here. And so I'm doing what I was supposed to do. I finally feel like, okay, it's lined up. I can teach and I can lead and I can pour into people. And then I can see how it can better their lives. So 5 months into AdvoCare, I started making $7,000 a month part-time with AdvoCare. $7,000 a month is changing our lives. Being a family of 7, we do okay. But being that there are so many of us, we have to pick and choose and prioritize who goes to the dentist, who goes to the doctor. Last year was a pretty tough year for us health-wise. My son was diagnosed with epilepsy. We didn't have health insurance. We drained our health savings. We were still paying our bill. My 2-year-old daughter, because now our health savings was drained, my 2-year-old daughter broke her leg. No health insurance. So we were still paying on those bills. And we were behind in school tuition and then everything. We were doing okay, I thought. I guess I just didn't see all those other things. So it's changing my life as well. We've now paid that debt off. We've paid $7,000 off. We are now caught up on our school tuition. Thank God. And now we are finishing paying off our debt and paying forward for other people. So it's changed my life. And the potential is there. So I want to bring my friend Christy up and she can share her story as well.
It's always a little bit intimidating to follow Mary James in one of these little stories. So I'll do my best. Oh. I'm sorry, Mary Ann has changed my life, so yeah.
Just keep it real.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I was just standing back there listening to that and thinking about the business story that I've told kind of repeatedly now in the past few months, and thinking about how to a certain extent it's correct, to a certain extent it's hiding where I really was. So I think I'm going to tell a brand new business story tonight. So, so AdvoCare found me in February, miserable. My little baby boy, who's not such a baby anymore, he's 3. After he was born, I lost 90 pounds, running 4 or 5 miles a day, doing P90X, training for a half marathon, best shape of my life, thought I was doing great. Still not really happy with my life, but my body was good, it was all right. My middle daughter got sick, and we thought that she had diabetes. Well, the doctors thought she had diabetes. They hospitalized her, and through a series of 3 hospital stays, hundreds of blood tests where I had to hold her kicking and screaming down on a table while they searched for a vein that wasn't collapsed. A miserable time. And they found out that my kids, all three, have this genetic blood thing that affects their blood sugars. Doctors don't know what it is. They've never seen it before. They can basically tell me, we have to put your kids on this medication that can cause horrible side effects up to and including fluid retention around their heart, which can damage their heart permanently for the rest of their lives because we don't know what's going to happen with them. So, kind of dealing with that on my own, even though I was married, on my own. At the same time that I injured myself, I broke my tailbone, and I had a best friend that I had to say goodbye to around that same time, and I gave up on myself. This is a business story, but I'm kind of telling where I was when AdvoCare found me. So I gave up on myself, started gaining weight back. Long story short, put back 45 of the 90 pounds that I lost. And when AdvoCare found me in February, I was miserable, sleeping through most of the day, not sleeping at night, hiding from life, hiding from my 10-year high school reunion because I couldn't stand to be the one that got fat, out of control with myself and with my children, and hiding our 3 times a week McDonald's visits, hiding the wrappers, paying with cash, scanning the parking lot to make sure my friends didn't know that I was going to McDonald's. Miserable. And so I met Mary Ann through a mutual friend, and she started telling me about this challenge, added me to this group where I found real people who were successful and happy and supportive. And so long story short, I lost 15.6 pounds on my challenge. I've gone on yesterday at the 40-pound loss, which was amazing to me. One of my things I've always wanted was to wear cute jeans with stitching on the booty.
Woo! Stitch on!
And all this has nothing to do with AdvoCare as a business, except that I got an AdvoCare to lose weight period at the end. Mary Ann said, hey, you can join and get a no, thank you. I just want my challenge, you crazy lady, and leave me alone. So I got my challenge, ordered it, spent the week leading up to it eating everything that I could possibly, that held still long enough for me to get it into my mouth. Started my challenge within 3 hours of that first day. I knew that AdvoCare was something I wanted in my body for the rest of my life because I felt so much different. And so I got on with Mary Ann and I said, sign me up for this. I want a discount. And I said at that time, I'm still not ever going to sell this, so don't get ideas. And
I totally remember you saying that, and I was like, I had no ideas. I did. I did.
Yeah, and so the old business story was, I'm not going to sell that because I'm not a salesperson. I have no interest in selling. No. I didn't want to sell it because I was scared that I would fail if I tried to sell it, okay? I'm not a salesperson, that's true. I love me some Pampered Chef and some other things like that. Never signed up to sell those because I thought I would fail. But yeah, I didn't want to say I wanted to build a business because then if I said I wanted to do it and I didn't do it, then I failed at one more thing that I started, right? So, within 5 days of my challenge, I had people asking me what I was doing, telling me I looked better, telling me I was happy, which I didn't realize that I wasn't doing a fantastic job of hiding that I was miserable. I thought I was doing pretty good at that, but I wasn't. So people were noticing I was happy and wanting to come with me. And I realized quickly that yes, I could do this, and you know what, I was going to be good at it. And I too feel like everything that I've experienced in life, not having a boyfriend in high school, not because I was overweight, but because I hated myself. Staying home for my high school reunion, wearing coats when it's 80 degrees out because I couldn't stand to show my arms. All of those things this place in my life where I am right now to, Megan, you got me earlier, oh my gosh.
Right? She gets ya.
To inspire other people. And getting to do that while making money is amazing to me, because when I started this process, I thought it would be nice. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm emotional today. I started this process thinking this is going to be great. We're going to get some extra money. We're going to pay off our debt. We're going to be debt-free by the end of the year. It's going to be fantastic. We were in this lifestyle of just being comfortable with where we are, living paycheck to paycheck, whatever. My husband was making very good money, engineer at Boeing, making great money, but we were still up to our eyeballs in debt. We just lost our home to a short sale. But we were comfortable. But it became this vision of us being debt-free. And then I started AdvoCare, and I got healthy. And I met the most amazing people that I've ever known in my life. And when I got healthy, I realized how unhealthy my marriage was, how dangerous it was for me, and we had to leave. And so where AdvoCare started as a way to pay off debt, AdvoCare is now my way of supporting my 3 little baby kids as a single mom. And without AdvoCare, I would still be stuck in a situation that was unsafe for me because I didn't graduate from high school or college. I have been a stay-at-home mom for 7 years. I haven't worked. I haven't done anything that I could have used to support them. So AdvoCare has drastically changed my life that way, financially, with the people. When all of this was happening, it wasn't my friends and family, friends that I've known for years who took me in, picked me up, helped me out. It was my AdvoCare people that I've known for 3 or 4 or 5 months. So, yeah, I guess just to get to numbers of it, when I started in February, my first paycheck, 2 weeks, was $217. My next paycheck, I don't remember how much it was, but I remember that I made over $800 my first month with AdvoCare, and I was really excited about that. Right now, I'm making about $1,500 with AdvoCare every month, which can't pay my bills yet, but by the end of the summer, when I'm making $4,000 a month, so that I can pay my bills, I don't have to tell my kids, oh, I can't afford that. We can't, let's just stretch this food a little bit further like we're doing right now. AdvoCare is giving me the vehicle to be able to do that. Oh, yeah, it's just life changing, and I don't really know what else to